Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TBO. It's been a while.
It's been a
We
very
haven't
long
been
time.
here for a
Too
while.
long.
Yes, and like a mummy, we have risen from the ashes and climbed out of a tomb
Yes.
to come and give you our review on Moon Knight.
And of course, in TFE fashion, we have got technical issues once again.
Yep, I'm lagging like hell, Dan's lagging like hell, so apologies if the audio isn't perfect. I'll try my best, but we all know how good I am at editing. So...
Yeah. It's not like you put absolutely zero effort in.
No, well, I put some. I cut the ends off.
Sync it up. Get rid of the silence. That's it. Good enough.
Yeah. No one will know. We'll be fine. But let's get into it.
The bad audio, weird gaps, things. But yes, we are back by popular demand.
Yes. I don't know how TFE is doing, but we are back for TBOs at least.
Well, TFEs will be
Maybe.
alright. It'll be
Who
alright.
knows?
It'll be alright
Dan hasn't seen
after this episode.
Dan hasn't seen Doctor Strange yet, so we'll see if we do a Doctor Strange one next week, or if it will be our Destiny 2 campaign review, and then Dan will have seen Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
what happened to the Destiny 2 campaign review? We recorded that weeks ago.
Yeah, and then I realized that we had it scheduled in, so it wasn't needed as a TV bonus, or otherwise I'd have to come up with an original idea.
Oh, right.
We all know how that worked out. So you'll hear us weeks in the past, when in a couple weeks or a couple days. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on anymore.
Our schedule's all over the place.
Dan's been busy. I've been busy. Yeah, I've been busy. Dan's been busy. We've been living our lives, and sadly, we put you on the back burner. But we're back.
Yeah.
And we're
we'll be
talking
back to
about
schedule now.
Moon Knight.
Well, Moon Knight. Oh, yeah, I forgot what Moon
Yes.
Knight. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Yes. What do you think? Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Your
I did
overall
enjoy
views?
it. I mean, I'm not going to say, I don't think it's the best TV show we've ever watched. It's definitely got its moments where it's sort of dragging.
It's high up there for the Marvel stuff.
Yes, it's definitely high up there. I mean, I think the best show is either this or Loki.
Yes, I agree. I think this is a very good one. I think I might like this a bit more than Loki, because I feel like Loki intrigued me, but this, I think, kept me engaged. And I think I like Oscar Isaac and I like Tom Hiddleston, but it's hard to say. I like them for different reasons.
I think the highs of Moon Knight are higher,
Loki.
but there's not so many of them.
But yes, yeah.
I would say it's not so consistent,
get what you
whereas
mean.
Loki is quite consistent throughout most, but maybe one episode dropped, but it sort of always had that engagingness to it. Whereas I definitely felt like in Moon Knight, the later episodes definitely had sort of a tender off, I think. I think they're a lot more interesting at the beginning, and then I got a little bit less interested.
Oh, see, I like the Ender ones. I was consistently engaged, but I think that's because I like the Legion style that it
Yes, to
switches
be fair, I did
to.
like that, but it's just more the mystery behind it.
You wanted
It sort
it
of
to get going.
died a little bit.
Yeah.
Towards the second half.
Oh yeah, by the way, full spoilers. I know it's been a while and we forgot to do spoiler warnings.
It doesn't matter. We're not actually spoiling
This isn't
anything
going to
yet.
be like a easy... No, we haven't spoiled anything, but I'm just warning people. We're getting into it, and we're going to do full spoil. This isn't your hamby-pamby one where we talk non-spoilers for about 40 minutes and then do spoilers. No, we're going to fucking spoil the shit out of this straight off the bat. There's a big alligator lady.
Yes, that is true.
And a hippo.
Oh, the hippo. I love the hippo. We never actually got a chance to talk about it.
No, because, yeah, we already got up to, like, episode 2, and then we took a break, so...
Yeah, I love the hippo.
We haven't discussed our thoughts, feelings, or emotions on this in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since I got to think back now to everything that happened. The first two episodes I loved so much. I love seeing that sort of...
You like the mystery behind you like the not seeing
Yes,
the
I did
action.
enjoy that. However,
You
I
like-
didn't enjoy it so much in the final episode. That kind of pissed me off, if I'm honest.
What, where they introduce a
Yes,
third
I'm not
character.
pissed off.
Who has technically
Oh,
been
no,
teased,
yeah.
but it retroactively fixes the end, but you don't want it to fix the end.
I think the end cutscene for this definitely works better if it wasn't an end cutscene. And I know that seems kind of stupid because it's
Yes.
a Marvel show and you're always going to watch the end cutscene at the last episode. But I still think that end cutscene is too important to have it as an end cutscene. That it takes away... Because if you don't have an end cutscene and you watch the final as it is, that final is ending is very lackluster.
Well, it kind
It
of
just ends.
It kind of, yeah. I find Marvel shows have I don't know why, but I don't think the 6-episode thing works. I think they should do a WandaVision and do 9.
Even WandaVision, though, it didn't have a great ending. They don't seem to
Yeah,
be
I
able
know,
to
but I feel like this one
finish.
could have done with more. Because I feel like it was so packed. This is the shortest ending, apparently.
That is true.
Out of all
I mean,
the Marvel shows.
I don't think they should have cut it. They should not have cut that moment of Jake Lockley. They should have actually shown that action and be like,
I feel like you should have seen him like murder or like get out of that situation rather than having it so like have him have the eyes roll back and whatnot, but actually show him beat the shit out of everyone, and then everyone like have him phase back in, and then have everyone go, "What the fuck was that?"
Because that's what you see. Layla, she saw it all, so
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why they did that. I can't understand it, and
I think it's because Marvel is stepping around their R rating.
I know. Yes,
I think if they'd
that is
shown-
true. Although TV shows you can get a lot more away with.
This is the problem. Yes, like, there's a lot of blood in this.
Yeah.
A lot of blood, a lot of like people getting stabbed in the chest with things. Child murder, where a child falls off a
True.
ledge. But let's start from the beginning. We are introduced to Steven, or Stevie.
I love the beginning of the show. I think the beginning for me is the highlight, where Steven just has no idea what's going on, just falls asleep and wakes up in Austria. It's completely
Yes,
chaotic,
in a
completely
random
stupid,
village.
and I love the use of the cutaways because I think that is an excellent use of the cutaways because you're showing the story from Steven's perspective and you're meant to be in Steven's shoes. So the whole real show is mainly Steven's shoes, even though Mark is the main character.
Yeah, he, until it like hits around the midpoint, and then it becomes
Well, yeah,
both
even Mark,
there.
but then even in episode 5, it still becomes more Steven again because you're learning from Steven's perspective.
Yeah, your Steven's perspective
Yes,
of Mark's
which
life.
we don't understand. So I think that's very good in this show, and I like a lot.
Yes, yeah, I do enjoy that. I think it does. I like Oscar Isaac. He's great. He does a good job of distinguishing each version by just facial.
That is true. It's
expression,
very
which
good.
Is very
and
interesting.
I love Steven just being British. He also does a pretty good British accent.
I like how just stupidly British
It's just a
it
bit
is.
overly
It's just
British.
like- yeah, it's very over the top, unnecessary, but it is funny to.
Although I
Just
did like the
see.
use of the British terminology.
Oh, bollocks! Does he say bollocks? I don't think he ever says bollocks. He says
I
bloody.
think
I'm
he does
pretty
say
sure.
bollocks. Because you can say that in TV shows.
Yeah, I'm sure you could say bollocks.
You
I
can say
just don't-
British
I
swears
don't
in
know.
TV shows. And it doesn't matter.
I get compared to an American, so I can't speak. I don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did say that. He also said about Wagwan as well. He just said Wagwan.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't know what the fuck.
That was pretty good. I love
that.
episode 2 just for the ending. It's so good watching Mr. Knight come out. Oh, Mr. Knight and Moon Knight. That whole transition.
Very nice. I wonder what the. Okay, so we spoke about it, but there's the third one.
I'm
I
pretty
wonder
sure he
what his
still has the Moon
version
Knight
is.
suit.
Maybe. I imagine so. Because I think
Because-
Layla's probably. Because I think Layla, when she sees what happens and when he snaps, I think he probably is wearing at least one.
Yeah,
of the
because I
suits.
think.
Because she doesn't see any difference.
Well, let's use the example. Conjure at the end says Jake Lockley is now his avatar, and his avatar
because
that he chooses
he made
has
it-
the suit, right? So therefore, Jake Lockley has the suit,
Yes.
and I think Stephen Grant just has Mr. Knight suit just because he's Stephen.
Well, I think from what I can gather is Khonshu very specifically words it that I give you two
Yeah.
freedom and not the other one. So now Khonshu can snap the mind back so that Jake Lockley turns up, which I like. I like that presence. I'm a bit sad that Harrow kind of just gets the alligator. I like the fact that he is so committed that he is willing to die.
Yeah, that is true. He says,
like
scales and balance.
like you would normally think, oh yeah, no. I thought he was doing it because the whole reason why he's doing it is because he knows his scales are unbalanced, and so he's prepared to die and get killed and go to the afterlife and have his scales finally be at peace. But then the crocodile lady's like, "Nah, you did a good job. You're going to be my servant." And then he gets trapped in her body and then shot in the head. Probably.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think it's a bit abrupt. That was my only
the whole
issue with it.
ending's
I think
quite
it's
abrupt.
A
It
bit
just sort of-
abrupt.
Because 6 episodes is
Yeah,
not long enough
I
for this
do
show.
feel like it could
It's
have.
not.
I think it needed another
It does.
episode.
It does
I
need
think
another episode. I think just Layla
This is
getting
why I
her
don't like the
avatar
fact that they do
deserves an episode by itself.
Yeah. Have Mark still be dead, but have her trying to do it, and then they both team
Yeah,
up
yeah.
at the
You
end.
can have
have
Layla
Layla
just
go
get-
on an adventure.
release. I
Hippopotamus
don't remember what
lady.
the god's called.
I don't know why she becomes a scarab.
No, me
it's
neither.
hippopotamus.
Me neither. I don't really understand it, but she's now.
But I know
Egyptian
she
Falcon.
calls him the little. I know her dad. Well, I know her dad called her the little scarab or whatever the fuck it was. But why would that give her the power?
I don't know. I mean, she's pretty cool, to be honest. I can't say it's
and
not.
daggers. Oh yeah, she's fucking badass.
It
I
is
really like
very
that
cool.
outfit. But like, it's just weird that the hippopotamus gives her the. I always expected her to like grow really big and have like massive feet.
Well,
and
I'm
stamp
sort of
on
confused
people.
why she at all got an outfit.
Or have like a
because
massive
I don't
jaw.
think any of the other avatars have outfits.
I think they choose not to. I think they're just choosing to blend in, whereas Khonshu is like flashy.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, they do say that, don't they?
Because they specifically state that they don't like his theatrics and his flashiness. So I think he's the only one who gives them. Like, I think they all get the same powers, but they just choose to wear civilian clothing because they don't want to stand out. Whereas Khonshu's like, nah, fuck it. I need theatrics. I need my Moon Knight.
I think we can definitely summarize Moon Knight as Batman, but schizophrenic.
Yes. I do like their depiction, though. I think they do a good job of making it like, you're very unclear whether or not he is, like, actually sane.
Yeah, that's true.
Or if it's all in his head.
Even towards the end, you don't really know.
No, that was what I was going to bring up. Because essentially, season 4, is the one where the twist happens, the Legion-esque twist, where he gets shot? Because the next one is all the aftermath, and then the 6th one is... Yeah, so season 4...
Episode 4 is when he dies.
Episode 4. Yeah, where he gets shot, and then...
I don't know now.
He goes to... No, it is episode 4. Yeah, it's episode 4, because that's where they find the tomb, and then he gets shot in the tomb. Yeah.
Yes.
And then he gets... Yeah, and then he gets trapped in the asylum, which has all of the ancient Egyptian things. It has a photo of the town. It has... Like, all these little things. It has muffins. It has, like, or cupcakes or whatever it is. And then all these... It has all the characters and everything that from the show. And you're like, oh, maybe he's snapped out of it. Maybe it's all in his head. And then a hippopotamus turns up, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
but honestly, I love that hippo so much. Because I wasn't expecting the hippo just to go high. I was like, what?
Like,
how has this happened then? Why has this happened?
It's a very nice hippo. Duat.
Yeah, I do like the hippo, and I hope to see the hippo more in season 2. Have they confirmed season 2 yet?
Well, she's, I think, no, I don't think so, because I think Oscar Isaac's only signed up for one thing, and then if he wants to do more,
I hope he does, because
So he executive produced this, so I'm sure he does want to do more. And that end credit does leave it open for him to come back and do more. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get a season 2. I think they were just testing the waters. If this did really well, I think they'll 100% greenlight it for a second season. I hope they do, because I really want to see where it goes. He might even get a movie, like get in a movie like Blade or something.
I actually hope with Moon Knight that it doesn't actually ever cross him with the Marvel Universe. I don't think I'll get that, but I like it being his own thing. I think this is the first time we've had a...
Yeah. We get a mention of the ancestral plane
we
for
did,
Black Panther.
but I really like the fact that they don't fully cross over. I really like it being separate.
Oh yeah, no, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace to have it all just contained. Because I think if you view it as he's in an asylum and it's all just in his head, like you don't need the MCU. It's just, but if you also view it as he actually did go to Egypt and he did break out of prison and of the asylum and shoot that guy in the head, then it's all just very interesting.
Yeah, I think it does work a lot better. I think, like I said, I think the only thing that lets down this show is the ending. I'm not sure I do like parts of the ending. I'm not a great fan.
I do like the big battle between Khonshu and the big crocodile.
So
where it's just...
You do like it? I didn't
it,
like that. I thought it was just too CG. That was just like a step too far. I was like, this is not needed.
I think it's fun. Yeah,
I know you get the cool shot.
Because I like the fact...
sort of the avatars losing at the same time as the gods. But... Still, I just...
No, I think it was the reverse, because I think Harrow is down, but Khonshu is down. So it's the reverse. Moon Knight's doing well, but Khonshu
I don't remember, but...
Because Khonshu's not... I think it was reversed. I think because Harrow is down, and that's how they get... But what's-her-face, the crocodile lady, is straight up pinning Khonshu.
Either way, I'm not the biggest fan of having a massive CGI battle in the background.
No, but it's not as bad as like WandaVision's, where it's just a bunch of throwing lasers
that is
at each
not
other.
As bad. I mean,
or like I don't even fucking remember the end of Falcon and... Oh no, it's just superhero punch on and then gets shot in the chest. That's the end of Falcon.
Oh yes, yeah, that's it.
Loki's is just talking. I liked that one though, because I liked the monologue of it just being talking. And then what the fuck was Hawkeye's? Oh yeah, big Kingpin fight, but they changed Kingpin.
Yeah.
Very much.
Hawkeye was just dead anyway, let's be honest.
Yeah, they should have killed Hawkeye in his show and have. They should have. It would have been such a better ending if Hawkeye died helping Kate Bishop, and then Kate Bishop feels indebted to the Hawkeye family, and then what's her face comes out of retirement to hunt down the Kingpin with Hawkeye 2.0. It would have been a much better ending. Much better.
Yeah.
And then we actually have characters that we care about in Hawkeye.
I am a little bit worried about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know. I think there's going to be a lot more mediocrity in it.
I think this is their experimentation phase again.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
because
Ms. Marvel, not looking forward to that one.
No. I think this is the one where they let directors do directing.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like what they're doing is they're doing what they did in Phase 1 and throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
She-Hulk as well.
They have an end goal.
What's coming out this year?
We haven't seen much of that. Oh, I'll tell you what. I have seen the trailer for Avatar.
How have you seen it?
Because it's playing at the beginning of Doctor Strange. They released the trailer for Avatar 2 with Doctor Strange.
Really?
Doctor Strange, so
Damn.
yeah. So it might come out on the internet soon, so we'll be able to talk about it.
Give me just your initial impression without spoiling it.
Water.
Okay. I don't think that's an impression, but okay.
That is an impression. There's water in it. It looks fine.
Are you hyped for Avatar 2?
It looks fine. No, not at all.
Than you were last time.
I think it looks somewhat nice. I think the worlds look nice. I still hate the characters.
I can't be bothered with this.
The world looks really nice, but the characters I really couldn't give a shit about. So that doesn't bode well for it.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, you're going to make me watch it.
I am going to make you watch it.
Sad times.
And we are going to talk about it. And it will make $2.5 billion, and it will overtake first one.
There's absolutely no way it's going to make $2 billion. It won't.
It's going to happen, Dan. Everyone is
no,
Avatar crazy. Everyone remembers the adventures of Jake Sully and Neytiri. They do, because it made it. It's the highest grossing
it's one of the first films to do 3D. Or 3D well.
Well, this one will be 3D, Dad. You're going to have to watch 3D with this one. It's going to make all the money.
Nobody actually cares about the characters in the first Avatar. People just cared about 3D and the visuals. But now there's every other film coming out nowadays that has 3D and good visuals. Nobody's going to care.
But this one will be the new one that has the 3D. It'll be 4DX, Dan. It will be everyone has to go to see it at 4DX. It will make $1 billion. It's guaranteed to make at least $1 billion. It's not going to make anything more.
It's guaranteed. Bigger fan base than Marvel, bigger fan base and
no, but people's sheer curiosity out of this movie that is the highest grossing movie.
Yeah, but it's not going to rewatch.
Past $1 billion.
No rewatches.
No, it will have no rewatch, but it will still make $1 billion.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I don't think it will, but why have you brought this on? I was having a nice, good conversation about Moon Knight, and you had to just make me upset with Avatar 2.
Well, let's go back to Moon Knight. Are there any moments that really stood out to you in this show? Character moments, animation moments. Did you like the moment where the little boy gets killed because he cuts his own thing and he falls off the edge? And then Khonshu's like, I really didn't think you'd do that. And then he just sits down.
I think...
I like that. I really like Khonshu. Khonshu's fucking
What sort of surprised me, I mean, I saw it coming in the episode, but I didn't see it coming prior to the episode, which was the fact Mark Spector had all the childhood abuse from his mother. That was...
Yes.
That episode is very good. That was my favourite episode of the show.
Yes. I do like that, because I do find it's interesting that he apparently made Steven because of the abuse, but then the moment that he manifests Steven is the moment where his mother starts beating him, but Steven doesn't remember that. So I wonder if... so I want to know, because I think he makes Steven then, and then switches back so that Steven has like the nice childhood. And then I think there's a moment in the thing where it's mentioned that he freaks out and murders everyone in the training for the army and stuff like that. And I think that's probably the moment that Jake Lockley is probably born. Because he probably has PTSD or something from going to a war. And then to cope with that, he has the psychotic murderer side so that he can just deal with that. And then he has his hitman side, or his like mercenary side, where he has moral compass, but he's not afraid to kill. But then he has his PTSD side, where it just becomes psychotic.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with Jake Lockley. I don't know how much about in the comics. I do wonder.
Well, he's meant to be a taxi driver in the comics, so he's driving.
Oh yeah, it's very similar, right?
Also, it has Spectre. Yeah, it has Spectre.
I do wonder if are they going to do the sort of thriller approach but then sort of have like Jake Lockley kill in the background.
Maybe we'll just have Mark Spector, Stephen Grant pop up in the MCU, and then whenever we need a big bad guy killed, he just switches to Jake Lockley. We cut around, and then he's just dead. And then we just never see the big bad get killed. We just always see Mark Spector there go, what the fuck?
I think my only problem with this is that it seems like Mark can't die.
Well, with the
but
suit,
even when he died without the suit, he still came back to life because Khonshu brought him back to life.
I don't think Khonshu did it. I think what's his face, Osiris or whatever it is, does it. The guy in the black suit. I think I can't remember because I can't remember if the guy in the black suit is Osiris.
I'm not sure. I don't think it is it?
I think it might be his avatar though, because you don't see Osiris, but you see his avatar. So I think it might be. I need to rewatch it. I've already watched it twice. But I need to rewatch it and find out if they mentioned who the people in the suit, because the lady who talks to him is like, it's like, what's his face is what's it and whatnot. But she mentions who she's the avatar of. So I can't remember if the guy in the black suit mentions who he is. I get confused by that because there's so many little statues, and I can't remember if any of them are the ones who are like. I would have loved if Layla just smashed all those statues and just got.
See,
all the
that would be
gods.
good to set up the second season, because then you could have the second season about capturing the gods again or something. It's also a bit weird.
I was
only 2 avatars managed to capture Amit.
I think they use the statues. They don't use because the avatars are dead. I think, but the statues there can hold the power of the gods.
Yeah, it's weird to me.
I mean, that's what I interpreted it as, because they link with the statues.
Yeah.
And the statues' eyes light up. So I think
previously when they captured Khonshu, like, surely did they only need 1 avatar? Do they need 2 avatars? It just doesn't really make sense.
I think it's yeah, I get what you mean, but I think the reason why it's different is because they're not putting it in a little statue, they're putting it in a person.
Maybe?
I do feel that was the only thing I found issue with. I was like, oh no, I want Khonshu just to beat the shit out of her and just her die like that.
That'd be more interesting. I think I'd rather that.
Also, I don't see the reason why he needs the avatar.
Yeah.
Is it just so that he can kill her avatar?
Well, the gods have no physical form.
Except when they have physical.
Well, no, they use avatars to communicate to each other.
So the people on the ground weren't.
I don't think so. I think only
people fight. Mark and Harrow.
Only they were, because they were the chosen avatars. Only the avatars can see him.
Right. That makes more sense. Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Layla could see Khonshu when she broke the statue.
Yeah, because she broke the statue, so he was
That's
trying.
True, yeah, he was trying to get her as avatar, wasn't he? So
yeah, but she wasn't having any of it. She was like, "Nah, fuck you. You go save Mark." And then he was like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna leave."
He was, wasn't he?
And then Mark wakes
up. Oh, Mark's back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get Mark.
Fuck that. I'll go take. Yeah, I need Mark. Fuck. I'm getting my ass whooped by this crocodile lady.
I actually kind of do like Khonshu. He's just a bit of a dick, but I like him anyway.
Yeah, he's a giant asshole. He's like, oh, fuck it. Mark's dead. I'll go take this bitch down. Oh, I'm getting my ass whooped. Oh, he's back somehow.
Mark,
cool.
Or Steven in the slightest. He's like, but Jake.
Oh, that was the thing. I think someone mentioned to me that when Steven, yeah, maybe it's I don't think it works, but someone said that Khonshu got confused by he didn't know which one had come out, whether or not it was Steven or Jake. When the first time Steven realizes, and then he's like, oh, it's the idiot.
Yeah.
Because there's the other one. So, yeah, I like the fact that the MCU just confirms the existence of souls, because we've had it in Shang-Chi, where you had the soul-eating thingy, and now we have it in Moon Knight, where there's just a human soul, and apparently whatever religion you believe in is where you'll end up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what I said, didn't it?
Because it's a night. Yeah, it's like, if you believe in the ancestral plane, you'll go to the ancestral plane. If you believe in the plane, the field of reeds or whatever it is, you'll go there. And then that just means that there's a Jesus out there, sat in his own realm, waiting to beat the shit out of some people.
I guess it is. I mean, I think souls is.
I can't wait for all the God Butcher in Thor Ragnarok to snap Jesus Christ's
Thor
head
Ragnarok
off.
Coming out soon as well.
And drink his blood. Yeah, I was really expecting like a Thor teaser, because I was expecting like Gore the God Butcher or something to come and kill one of the ancient Egyptian
I'm happy
gods.
they didn't. I'm really happy that Moon Knight is its own thing.
I just want to know what the fucking how the difference between the gods works, because you got Thor, who's an alien.
Yeah, but Thor's not really a god. It's just the people thought they were
Well,
gods.
but then you've got Greek gods coming into it. You've got the ancient Egyptian gods. You've got the Panther gods, who apparently I think are from Egypt.
Maybe.
Like if you go into like I can't remember one. I think they're either tied to Greek mythology and then they in like the MCU at least. And then you have the Panther god who goes away because they want more power or something. I don't remember. I've been reading and looking and watching videos and stuff about all of this, and I'm just like, oh, there's so much stuff.
It is, yes. I mean, there's so much detail. I imagine there's so many Easter eggs we've missed. I mean, I did notice all the Jake Locke stuff. I noticed all the accent changes, the red tomb as well. I did know it was coming.
Did you notice all the barcodes that you could scan to get the free comics?
No, I didn't do that.
There was more than one. There was like 3, I think.
Was there? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's one in the last episode. There's the one where he's... I don't know where they are. I think there's one on the door in the asylum or something. There's one on the storage container, and then there's one in like the final episode. And apparently the last one that came up has a Kang the Conqueror tie-in, because it's a comic book where Mark Spector and all of Khonshu's across the multiverse team up to take on Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, wow.
So,
I do think we're going to start seeing more Kang the Conqueror pop up. Because this seems like...
Yes, probably.
I get the impression that there's loads of Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conquerors?
Well, yeah, that's how it works. Did you not watch Loki? He literally explained there's a lot of Kang the Conquerors.
All trying to win, right?
And they had a multiversal war, and then the one Kang who discovered the Leviathan, or the cloud thing, and then forced all the other ones dead and kept the one timeline, and then the events of all of the other movies and stuff have now coalesced into the timeline splitting, and him dying, the one who was keeping it all together, and then the evil ones will now branch off from the timelines because they no longer have anything stopping them from being branched out. So you'll have good ones and you'll have bad ones.
So we're going to start to see a lot of Kangs.
And you'll have neutral ones.
Prepare for every Marvel film where there's going to be a Kang the Conqueror. The next villain, every film.
Maybe.
Because that's the Ant-Man villain, right? It's Kang the Conqueror.
Yes, but he's turned up in Loki before he turned up in that. So, and I think he's slated for something else. We might get a Thor Ragnarok tease. Not Ragnarok. Love and Thunder.
Yes,
might be at that.
Imagine...
Because he is technically
is this
a
the last
god.
Thor, do we know? Or is this another one after this?
I think Chris Hemsworth is only slated to do one more movie. But I think he is one of the only people who was like, I'll ride this till I'm out. Or I don't want to do this anymore.
But I think they actually like doing it. I think him, Valkyrie, and Taika, Tessa Thompson, they all really like working together. So I think they'll keep doing it.
Taika Waititi and Tessa Thompson,
I
very
think
much
they'll keep doing it because they just enjoy making the films.
That Rita Ora, Tessa Thompson, Taika Waititi photo of them all making out.
That was so weird.
I think he very... Yeah.
I was like, what?
Taika's a player, mate.
And didn't people on the internet just hate him for it?
People got mad at him because they were like, "Oh, traditional relationship." Nah, fuck that. If you can bang Tessa Thompson and Rita Ora,
I don't blame him.
Go for it.
He's a class act.
Also, all it was photos of them kissing. It could have been a truth or dare. You never know. Don't know what the context was. It's not like you saw them butt naked fucking on the sides. Him.
No, that's my different
going ham, or him getting pegged. You never know.
He might be spit roasted.
Yeah. Who knows? We don't have photos, so we can't tell.
We don't know.
That went.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what to say. I don't really know.
Did you like Egypt?
Did I like Egypt? That's a bit of a weird question, I feel.
Well, did you like it? Did you like the visualization of it? Did you like the fact that they didn't just do desert? They actually did the city and stuff like that?
I'm glad they did that because that makes sense.
Did you like the weird jousting guy who is dead in real life and they actually put a little more into it?
Jousting guy? Oh, him. Ah, I knew someone died.
Like the rich prince dude.
I knew someone died. I wasn't sure because they said the villain or something. I was like, oh, what, Ethan Hawke?
Well, I think he's meant to be, in the comics, that character is meant to be the, like, I don't want to say Dark Knight, but I think he's meant to be like the Black Knight or something or whatever it is. Like some alternate version of Moon Knight, like the eviler version of Moon Knight, because his suit's black and he looks like Moon Knight.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like Night Knight. His name is Night Knight.
Is that what we're going for?
I'm gonna go Night Knight. he puts people to sleep.
Night.
But yeah, sadly that actor died after, I think, in a ski accident.
Oh,
I think so.
Maybe I shouldn't go skiing then.
I think it was a ski. But yeah, I like the depiction of Egypt. It was nice. Yeah, so Gaspar Ullier laid to rest actor's death ruled as an accident by French police. There was no foul play in the 37. Jesus, that's not good. Yeah, he died. After he collided with another skier in the French Alps. Yeah, that's very sad. Died of a brain injury. So yeah, but I liked his character. I thought he was cool. I liked that he was just a rich asshole who liked jousting.
Yeah, that's true. I got some.
I like that fight sequence. That fight sequence was a lot of fun. I don't understand. I find that the only thing that I found with the show and the action was that it kind of just delays it so that it's kind of a reveal. Because there's a moment where in that fight where it's just like, what are you doing? Why aren't you summoning the suit? It's Mark Spector and he's got like 2 people on him, and then suddenly he's just up on the top and he jumps off, and then he does the action. It's a very random moment.
Yeah, so I thought it was at the time that Layla didn't know that he was Moon Knight, so he didn't want to tell.
No, because she kept saying someone the
That's
suit.
what I thought, but
she knew that way before.
It seems like because she was shocked afterwards.
I don't think she was shocked because she just straight goes. I think she was just exhausted because she'd been nearly hit by a guy on a horse. I think she's more shocked by the fact that Harrow mentions her father and that Mark is hiding something. I think that's more the reveal that she doesn't like.
I'll have to watch episode 3 again. I don't really remember.
I think it's the reveal, not the fact that he's Moon Knight, because she's not shocked by the fact that he's Moon Knight, because I think she's just shocked by the fact that Mark knew something about her father. Because the reveal basically was that Mark was there when her dad died because some asshole mercenary shot everyone because he wanted all the money. And then Mark tried to save her dad. And then I was a little confused. I thought that Mark didn't know Layla, but then apparently maybe he found Layla and then they got married after that?
Yeah, so I think they didn't...
Because I thought he knew Layla before her dad, or whilst knowing her dad, and then they went off and did something, confusing. And then her dad
really
died.
Explain it that well.
Because that just to me means that Mark was going to tell her that her dad was dead, and then fell in love with her, and then kind of gaslit her into falling in love with him. Or maybe Jake Lockley made her fall. I don't know which one. But who knows?
I'm not sure. I can't really tell you. I couldn't tell you. It's
a weird, messy relationship. I hope they don't get divorced though.
Well, Steven, she loves Steven.
She seemed to care. She likes Steven. She does make out with him, and then he punches himself in the face.
I think that's my highlight throughout the whole show. Is just the relationship between Mark and Steven. I really enjoyed that combination. And I know it's the same person, which is kind of funny, but yeah, it's good.
I think this is my problem with the Marvel shows, is they're either too short or they're too long, and they haven't balanced them correctly.
No, that's true, but also they are new to this. But they're 4 or 5 episodes in now. Series in, come on, get a grip, for goodness sake.
I don't know how many most Marvel is, but I'm hoping that one.
I think it's short as well. I hope it's
but
one
if that
episode.
one's like... Well, this is the thing, because the WandaVision stuff was like 9 episodes, and they were 30 to 40 minutes long. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldiers was 6 episodes, but like 50 minutes long. Or 40 to 50 minutes long. What was after that? Loki was like 40 to 50 minutes long?
Yeah?
Yeah. And then Hawkeye was like 40 to 50 minutes long, 6 episodes. What If was like 30 minutes.
However, Hawkeye did feel a lot longer.
Yeah, Hawkeye felt really long. And then this one... But then they all feel like they're missing something. I feel like they're all a bit rushed. I feel like with a TV show, you should allow it to...
flow. Well, you've got to let it flow out.
Yeah. Like, I would have liked more moments where, like, that Asylum stuff, I would have liked more of it. Like, give longer... have them trapped in...
It needs to be 50-minute long episodes, hour long each. That's not what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
50-minute episodes, 6 episodes.
No, like...
that format needs to do that every time, but that's not... how shows
it needs
work.
to do. I think that's their cost effect. I think it's because they're 10 million an episode. I think they shouldn't be 10 million. I think they should be cheaper.
I mean, just have episodes where you're not doing some CGI. It's fine. You can do that.
You don't
the first season of Daredevil and Jessica Jones did have barely any CGI in there. It's so much cheaper to make, and they're still great. You don't need to.
I know they drag a little bit, but that's because they're 13 episodes. You don't need that long. I think 10 is probably the golden number.
Yeah, you don't. Maybe not 10. I don't think they should have an episode number limit, count, whatever. It should just be the number of episodes.
I think they got scared after WandaVision because people started complaining. Because I think WandaVision was 9, and I think then, because Boba Fett changed as well, because Mandalorian was 8, and then Boba Fett was 7. So I don't get these weird arbitrary numbers. I think they're trying to go, oh, we'll tell the story in this many episodes, or this is how many the person thinks they need. But I think if you need more time, allow them to have more time. Don't just box them into...
I don't think you should say it should be 10, or exactly 10 episodes, or exactly 6 episodes. It should be as long as the story needs.
However many episodes you need to tell the story.
It shouldn't
without
be
rushing it.
Studio decision. It should be the writer's decision saying, I need this many episodes. And then instead of having a budget per episode, they should have a budget for the season. And saying, instead of having
and then they spend the money
the whole
on
season. And then you can have...
So you have like a bottle episode where...
Like, I mean, what? Think about episode 5 of Moon Knight. Surely that doesn't have that much CGI in there. I know they've got the hippo lady and the massive boat, right? But you don't need to have the massive boat. It looks cool, I get that. But you don't need it.
You don't need the desert. I get because maybe all of this was filmed during
and
COVID.
I'm pretty sure the whole prison as well might have been all CGI, which is probably where the money
maybe.
went.
I am getting kind of tired of Marvel's CGI.
I am too.
I know it's very impressive, but like
that's the one
I do think maybe they should
credit for Star Wars and their TV shows is that the fact they build the sets. For the most part, like Mandalorian, they have their own sets.
And then the volume, and then the volume, and then they go,
like Tatooine. The reason why they use Tatooine so much is because they had a set for it.
Is because they have the desert set, I think Marvel should take from the Eternals that it's good to have practical, real-life sets.
I agree.
And I'm not saying this because I don't give a shit about fucking Spider-Man having, like, dodgy backgrounds and it looking kind of flat and everything like that. I don't care about that. My issue is that they spend so much money on that then you don't have the money for other stuff.
I think one of the most amazing things that Marvel's done for CGI anyway is the Avengers background. Because out of all of them, I think that's the most realistic one. The first Avengers, when they had New York. When I found out that was all CGI, I was like, what? That looked amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's got worse. How has it got worse?
I think their issue that they're having is that they're trying to keep so much stuff secret that it's easier to keep it locked into a studio.
Yes, that is true.
Where they can fake the background, and then they don't have to go out in public and have some cunt with a drone fly over and reveal all the secrets.
Yeah, that is true.
Like,
I think people are causing this problem.
Here's Mark Hamill on set. No, we put him in a box and we CGI his face onto a character, and then we only let certain people know and this lot. I think it's because of the internet that we have this horrible thing of people can't just have secrets anymore. Like, studios can't surprise anyone because someone out there has spoiled it. And it's annoying.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to a point where people can just release a movie and there's no spoilers.
Well, good luck with that.
Like, I would love a movie where there's just nothing about it, and then you go watch it and it's just great because you don't know anything about it.
I'd actually love if Marvel just came out with a film one day. Like, yeah, we didn't plan this film. Just drop a
Just
film.
drop a movie.
There's no trailer for this film.
No trailer. Just do it on Disney Plus. Just secretly, whilst filming something else, just drop a Marvel movie. No hype, no nothing. Just drop it on Disney Plus. Day of. Just title, and then just have it released. That would be the best thing Marvel could ever do.
Talking about Marvel, do you think we're now watching the slow downfall of Marvel? Do you think it can ever go back to where it was?
It's difficult. Their biggest issue is they had their big event, and I think people called it quits there. And I think the characters that they've got aren't as interesting to tell the stories of.
Well, yeah.
Because it's all alternate versions of characters you've already seen. So you've got alternate Captain America. We've seen Captain America. Yes, it's a different version of Captain America, and you've got the black struggle and stuff like that, but you're still basically guy with an unbreakable love and heart, essentially. You've got different Hawkeye, different Iron Man. You got different Captain Marvel, like Wanda and all of that. It's all very it's difficult. You've got the struggle of they're getting very complicated. Because you're now dealing with multiverses, you're dealing with different characters from different places, you're now dealing with what is and isn't mainline MCU, Well,
that's why I'm really looking forward to some of the newer stuff. Like, I think my most anticipated movie in the next couple of years is the new Fantastic Four because I want to see what Marvel does with it.
Lost its director.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Spider-Man director's
wow.
no longer doing it.
I didn't know that. I missed that news.
Yeah. I think he said that he did. It wasn't because he didn't want to do it. I think he just wants to take a break after Spider-Man.
If I'm honest, I'm kind of happy that it's not John Watts. I don't think John Watts was the best person to do it.
I don't know. I would have thought they would have gone Peyton Reed because he'd been begging for it for years. Who knows?
Yeah, I kind of.
But we'll talk more about that when we do
TF. More of a quirky kind of.
Well, I think the rumor is that it will be set in the 60s.
Really?
Well, that's what people have been saying because they're like, well, if we set it in the 60s, we can have it like when Marvel actually created them in the 60s and whatnot, or whenever they were created. I think that was the 60s. And then they can essentially have them go through like a time portal or something and then come back.
I don't think they're doing that. They're not going to do that. I still think
it would
the
just be
Avengers
easier
Tower is the Baxter Building now. I strongly think that is the case because until I see otherwise, that building becomes something else. It's the Baxter Building.
No, it's
Yeah,
Oscorp.
sure it is.
Because we've got Harry and Norman Osborn in it.
Yeah.
Even though they won't bring Willem Dafoe back, they've done Green Goblin versus Spider-Man now, so they don't need to do it.
No, yeah, it's.
Oh yeah,
Do you
spoilers for
think
Spider-Man.
That is the Baxter Building. Or do you think it's the most likely? If they're going to do it, it will be the Baxter Building.
I think it'll be a villain one. I don't think it'll be
because if they do Fantastic Four, you need that building.
Yeah,
but
I
the
think
easiest way to do it would be
have
to
it somewhere.
have the one that's already there.
True. I don't know. It would be interesting. We'd have to see what they're doing because I don't know if they'd because I don't know if they do. I think they want to do. I don't know if they just do the 60s, have them jump forward, and then have them modern day.
I don't think that they've already done that though. They've done that with Captain America.
That's what I mean. But rather than the 40s, it's the
No,
60s. So you got the groovy. You got Austin Powers, baby.
I don't like that idea. I really don't like that idea.
Well, it's the same with Captain Marvel. You just because this is the issue that Marvel has is they're trying to bring characters in that are so powerful that they're ready for the next phase where it's multiversal.
Well, you can just start the origin story now for Fantastic Four. You don't need to have an origin story years ago. There's no reason.
Yeah.
I get Captain America. You need the origin story because it's a big part of the Avengers. Even Captain Marvel,
But it's like bringing the X-Men in. It's so tied to a certain time.
I still don't think they're going to
period
bring
a
the
lot of
X-Men in. Well, I don't know what's happened in Doctor Strange. I think the only thing that might happen in Doctor Strange is that if Wanda does House of M, I've not seen it. Don't say anything. Yeah, you can do a smile face. I don't really care.
I just smiled, everybody.
I have no idea if it's just... Yeah, exactly.
It means nothing.
It could be either way, right?
It means nothing.
So, yeah,
I just
from
smiled.
my point of view,
who's
not seen Doctor
I have so much power over you.
The only way they will do it is if they do it through this film and do WandaVision House of M style, because that's what she does in the comics, but it'd be the other way around, where she brings in all the mutants.
Yeah, but there aren't any mutants in the MCU for her to do
people
it.
think about it the other way around. Because they've done that before, so the other way around.
What, they beg her to make
she makes
mutants?
the mutants.
Oh, I'm lonely. More mutants. But I'm not a
Well, she might
mutant
just
in
think
the
that,
MCU.
oh, everyone hates me. Yeah, the mutants, I don't know. I've not seen the film.
Everyone hates me.
Yeah,
Get rid of them.
essentially.
Get rid of them. No more superheroes.
But I reckon if they don't do it, they may just keep it as a separate universe.
I can neither confirm
Exactly, yeah.
nor
So I think
deny.
that's the only realistic two options. Or they do just have
Yeah.
the X-Men in the background, because Professor Xavier is supposed to be secretive about the X-Men and stuff. But, I mean, let's be honest. We all know that, from the trailer, what happens. A certain actor...
A man in a wheelchair who's
we
bald
all know
turns
about
up,
who that is, let's be honest. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that film.
who sounds very much like Patrick Stewart.
But for Moon Knight,
I'll give you a hint, Dan. I'm going to see it twice, but I also saw Morbius twice.
well, it's not a how if it's good or bad. From what
Exactly.
it seems like a lot of the reviewers seem to hate it, but they seem to hate everything, and they hated...
They
Yeah,
hate
they
everything. I'm pretty certain COVID has fucked reviewers' opinions on movies.
they hated...
Because they're now overly critical of anything that's come out. Because they're like, I need to justify going to the cinema. And if it's not the best movie ever, it's not as good. It's like a 5 or a 7.
Yeah, I do agree. I think...
I do want to see the other multiversal one that's coming out. That Everywhere, Everything, All the Time, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That looks
I do worry it's getting too complicated, and which is why I like Moon Knight. Moon Knight's a lot more simpler. It's self-contained, its own story, own universe, own characters. Little subtle hints, which is what I like. I think that's what Marvel does things best, is have subtle hints.
I do like the Legion style twist.
Yeah, I love the little subtle twist. I did actually hope they were going to say Clockworks as the asylum. I thought that would have been really nice.
I think I know people who didn't enjoy it because they didn't see enough Moon Knight, and they went in thinking it would just be Moon Knight and it would be a guy running around stabbing people with multiple personalities who was crazy. They weren't as happy with it being more focused on the mental personalities than they were Moon Knight.
And I
think that's just them. I think that's expectations versus reality.
I don't think what we got was bad in terms of that. However, I would have liked to see the first couple episodes play out a bit longer. I think it was revealed a bit too soon, Mark taking full control, and I would like to have that an extra episode there. I think 8 episodes.
I do like that freak out where he like proper kicks the glass when Steven's talking, and it's just like, I fucking hate you, you fucked up, and he's just smashing that glass. I love the mirror stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I think Moon Knight needs a couple more episodes just to really flesh it out.
Yeah, but we both enjoyed it, and I think it's up there in terms of the Marvel stuff. I think it's a very good show. I think overall very enjoyable. I was on bated breath every time I wanted to watch it. Although, for some odd reason, I don't like the Wednesday release. I'm not a fan of the Wednesday release. I keep forgetting when it's during the week that it's on a Wednesday. And also, the last episode fell on May the 4th, which meant Disney didn't promote it at all because it was Star Wars Day. So everything on the banner was Star Wars.
And we've got an Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer.
Yes, and we will be discussing that. Plus the Avatar trailer. Plus many other things. Because we've got like 4 weeks worth of news.
We may be missing some of that news.
Elon Musk bought Twitter.
All of it.
I've got a list of what is the important stuff.
Quick bits. Unless tech tips don't sue me.
Well, find out what we do on
TFE
thank you,
this week. Thank you. We are back.
It's back.
And
somewhat.
No, we are. But
maybe.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
See you around.
But yes, that has been our review of Moon Knight. Overall, I'll give it a solid 8.
I think 8 out of 10 is good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think for the TV shows, it's one of their better ones. I think it's probably second or first. I'd have to watch it again. I really enjoyed Loki. I think that I would watch this more than Loki, because I think Loki is more of a character piece, and this is kind of a bit more fast-paced.
Yes, I think Loki on first watch is more engaging and intriguing. There's a lot more mystery behind it.
I think it...
Whereas there's not so much mystery here,
I watched it.
I think it was what was lacking.
Yeah, I think I missed more stuff in Moon Knight than I did in Loki.
But I do agree. I think Moon Knight would be better on more watches. And I think if I do ever go watch any of the Marvel shows and I had to watch any of them again, I would pick Moon Knight.
Yes. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to climb back in our coffin, tomb, and arise later on when we come back.
We will be.
For maybe Doctor Strange or maybe our Destiny 2 review.
Well,
depends on if Dan sees
Doctor Strange.
Can we not just,
release Moon Knight this week and then do Doctor Strange next week?
We are releasing Doctor.
That's right.
Moon Knight this week, and then Doctor Strange is next week. But you were saying you might not be able to see it next week.
I thought Doctor Strange was this week. Oh, that's fine then. That's fine. I got that. That's fine then.
Oh, fucking brilliant, ain't it?
I thought Doctor Strange was supposed to be this week.
We'll see how many times I get to see Doctor Strange before Dan sees it once. We'll find out.
Right.
And on that note, let's get the fuck out of here. Farewell. The internet didn't fuck up that much. Hey, look at that. Yeah. Bye.